Center Park Stadium and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. The Mountaineers will put total leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Georgia State's offense will get first crack at it today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this.
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Hurst.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a crease. It's Braswell. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hurst. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Braswell. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. On target. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mountaineers offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
With the catch, it's Stroman. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Running into the open space. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the run, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Amos. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for room, it's Roberts. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it on the right. Finds some room. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it along the sideline. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He'll pull it down, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw. It's Swan. Caught in the backfield. It's Roberts. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. They get to him as he throws. On target to the left. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The holder will put it down at midfield, a 60-yard attempt from the left side, no less. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that 2nd half in Atlanta. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
Ready to start things here in the 2nd half. Georgia State about to kick it away. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Swan. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Pulled down for the tackle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Stroman. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Finds his man. It's Barnes. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. They just keep firing. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Punt is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Looking for space, it's Amos. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The give to the tailback. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Going to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Wants to throw, it's Swan. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Return goes out of bounds.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Right back to the well. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Mountaineers are on the move. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Swann. Finds the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Makes the grab, it's Stroman. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Deep shot for the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Gives it on the option. Makes a man miss. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mountaineers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Might as well give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Swann. He wants it all. Touchdown, Mountaineers. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
A huge point after this for the lead. And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. And that one ought to set us up for quite a finish. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Snagged in the middle, it's Riles. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.